Good afternoon. We will give 1 minute time. I'll take some Harmaria. 1 minute ke 2 minute time दवा. Okay, we'll start the class. Switrja, Harmaria.
Yes, sir.
ମୁଁ screen share करছি. Please tell me once you see my screen. देखुचा ମୋ screen?
Yes, sir.
तमको लास्ट क्लास रे इंट्रोडक्शन ने गोटे होमवर्क कहथिली सिलेबस के ओवरव्यू देखिया ପାଇଁ देखिथिलो. Have you spent some time on syllabus? Our first unit আছে School of Management. Schools of Management कौन अच्छे different thoughts, approach, theory, principles से गुड़ा में mainly पढ़िया. Scientific management, process of human behavior and social system of schools, decision theory schools, quantitative and system schools, contingency theory of management, functions of manager. These are under schools of management thoughts. Maybe we'll take 2-3 classes for this. and total unit 1 will complete in 5 to 6 class. I'm just giving one overview. आज we proceed मझे मझे कौन करिया दीटा तीन क्लास ला पर हमें रिवीजन करिया आज आरंभ करिया साइंटिफिक अप्रोच प्रोसेस ऑफ ह्यूमन बिहेवियर एंड सोशल सिस्टम ऑफ स्कूल्स हमर के एक्सपीरियंस अच्छी मैनेजमेंट को नहीं की सुचित्रा
Yes, sir.
do you know anything on management? If I ask you management कौन what is management तुम कौन कहो
मैनेजमेंट होची जोटा कि जोठी हम किछि कलेक्ट मनी कलेक्ट करू देन
हाँ।
ताको यूज करू देन ताको रिटर्न करू मैनेजमेंट जो तार भीतर जो डिफरेंट
मनी कलेक्ट करो यूज करो रिटर्न करो अच्छा that means in that process you will do something कि छोटे काम अचीव करिए तापरे से कोचो था
यस सर
अच्छा that is correct one way correct जे कौन से जिनसे हमें गोटे काम करुचंती जे कौन से काम कर तुम घर काम हो तुम्हारा निजर स्टडी हो किंबा तुम माने कोठी जीवा आसवा तुम ट्रैवल हो जहाँ किसी गोटे काम कर गुड़ाए प्लानिंग होची गुड़ाए एक्टिविटी रोची गुड़ाए काम रोची तब सब ब्रेक डाउन कर को कामटा किए कर आलोकेट कर लोक किए काम कर छोट काम है तुम निजे कर बड़ काम है बहुत लोक द्वारा काम करोच कामटा सरला तुम अचीव कर निज ये जो प्रोसेस रे तुम गुड़ाए प्लानिंग कर कोऑर्डिनेशन कर गुड़ाए आलोकेशन कर मॉनिटर कर से गुड़ा हमें पढ़ा जो देखुची तुम यूनिट 1 अच्छी फंक्शंस ऑफ मैनेजमेंट फंक्शंस ऑफ मैनेजर मैनेजर माने कौन करती से करती आओ प्लानिंग कोऑर्डिनेशन लीडिंग डायरेक्टिंग तुम निर्देश दौच क्या द्वारा को कामटा हम तापर मॉनिटर कर ऑब्जर्विंग कंट्रोलिंग ये को कामटा कला कौन कला भल कला कि नहीं तुम कंट्रोल कर सब जिन आम पढ़िया आज कौन पढ़िया प्रथम दीटा क्लास तुम डिफरेंट मैनेजमेंट थ्योरी स्कूल्स व्हाट आर द डिफरेंट अप्रोच डिफरेंट प्रिंसिपल्स कौन कौन किए सब कहते को पर्सनालिटी कौन कहते से गुड़ा आम पढ़िया फर्स्ट वी गो थ्रू F.W. Taylor. He is popularly known as father of scientific management. से गुड़ाए थ्योरी देचंदी मैनेजमेंट ऊपर गुड़ाए रिसर्च करचंदी गुड़ाए एनालिसिस देचंदी Taylor analysis. If you go through different approach, different study of books, different video in internet, in different article in internet, then you will find this name F.W. Taylor. 1856 उनका जन्म हुआ था 1915 में डेथ हुआ था 1856 to 1915 F.W. Taylor popularly known as father of scientific management तांका विषय में पढ़िबा से कौन कहते that is there in your syllabus तांकर thoughts कौन approach कौन principles कौन से गुड़ा में पढ़िया Frederick Winslow Taylor F.W. Taylor commonly known as father of scientific management started his career as an operator and rose to the position of chief engineer. That means he started the career from a basic level. ऑपरेटर थे तापर से इंजीनियरिंग रे चीफ इंजीनियर हेले दैट इज हिज जॉब पाथ. He conducted various experiments during this process which forms the basis of scientific management. That means since they were job karuthile, then he added lot of experiment, lot of research he did. Then he came with some approach, some application, some theory. That is what we are going to study. से गुड़ा रिसर्च करचंदी से रिसर्च आउटकम कौन आमे से गुड़ा देखिबा. It implies application of scientific principles of studying and identifying management problems. माने से मैनेजमेंट रे कौन कौन प्रॉब्लम अछि, कौन कौन तार अप्रोच अछि, कौन कौन कंपनी रो फेस करचन लोकन को. तमे जो काम कल, तमे जो सुचित्रा जो एग्जांपल देला से लोकन को द्वारा काम करेबा, पैसा कलेक्ट करी तापरे रिटर्न करिबा. दैट मीन्स बिहाइंड द सीन तमे कौन करछ, गोटे काम करछ. तमे सेति लागि फंड्स जोगाड़ करछ, किछि लोकन को नै काम करछ. मैं अल्टीमेटली कहा द्वारा काम करेबो. तमे जे कोनसे काम लोकन को द्वारा करेबो. तमे लोकन को यदि स्टडी न करछ, लोकन का बिहेवियर, लोकन का एटीट्यूड, लोकन का साइकोलॉजी तमे जे न जानिछ, तांको द्वारा काम करे परिबो. तेनु you have to study
No, sir.
you have to study lot of things. That is why they are in this syllabus. So there is a approach, social approach. There you have to study the human behavior, human attitude. Those things are there. Now we are studying classical approach, which is popularly known as scientific management by Taylor. In the second bullet is written, according to Taylor, scientific management is an art of knowing exactly what you want to do by your men and seeing that they are doing it in the best and cheapest way. तमन लोकन को द्वारा तमे काम करोच, कोन करोच, कोन की काम करोच सेटा जानितिया दरकार. Then you are doing in the best and cheapest way. तमे ठीक बाटरे काम करछ, बहुत कम खर्च रे काम करछ. That is his approach. In Taylor's view, if a work is analyzed scientifically, it will be possible to find one best way to do it. Hence, scientific management is a thoughtful, organized, dual approach towards the job of management against hits and miss the rule of thumb. The rule of thumb कौन? माने Taylor का कहया कथा, he believes this is not a rule of thumb. Management टा गोटे गोटे लेखा नहीं तमे या कले या रिजल्ट आसियो, आउटपुट आसियो. That is a theory of art. You have to learn, you have to experience, you have to do the work as per the people need, as per the team, as per the human psychology. You have to tune your work. तमे मैनेजमेंट टा कोन जे कोनसे गोटे रूल है कि 2 रे 2 मिसले 4 हबो, सेमते किछि फार्मूला नै. तमे निजर एक्सपीरियंस रे निजे तमे निजे देखि जा, तमे जो वे रे काम करोच, तम सांग कोन से वे रे काम करेयो. तमे गोटे लोक पाखरे काम करोच,
No,
different
sir.
people have different approach. तमर वे डिफरेंट, तम बापांकर वे डिफरेंट, तम मांकर वे डिफरेंट, तम भाईंकर वे डिफरेंट. This is against rule of thumbs. There is no rule that तमे एमती कले सेमती आबा. गोटे लोक यदि धीरे काम करछि, ताको धीरे काम करे घर अछि. यदि गोटे लोक बहुत जोरे काम करछि, बहुत स्पीड रे काम करछि, ताको बेसी काम दबार अछि. You have to manage yourself according to the manpower, according to the machine, according to the work you are doing. So, lot of things you have to consider in the management. That is there in classical approach. In summary, whatever principles he has given, Frederick Taylor, so we have given 4 bullet points, 4 summaries. The first one is develop a science for each element of work. This is popularly known as work breakdown structure. तमे गोटे काम बड़ कामटे अच्छे तुम फास्ट कौन हो डिवाइड कर लॉजिकली काम को पीस पीस कर सपोज तुम गोटे घर कर गोटे बिल्डिंग कर बिल्डिंग कले कौन कर प्रथम तार फाउंडेशन खोला होची तले खोला होची देन यू आर applying some concrete, then you are doing the foundation, then you are making the pillars, walls, slabs. धीरे धीरे कम कर तेणु ये सब मेन कमटा मेन बिल्डिंग कमटा को तुम ये केतटा 5टा 10टा भाग में विभक्त कर सारे यू हैव टू डिवाइड द वर्क इन द स्मॉल पीसेस देन यू हैव टू ट्रैक इट इजिली सपोज तुम आज जीव भुवनेश्वर भुवनेश्वर जामि जीव घर बाहर केत बाहर केमी जीव साइकिल लेके जीव कि रिक्शा जीव कि बस रे जीव मेन बस स्टैंड को जीव से भुवनेश्वर पहुँच तुम इंस्टीट्यूट को जीव फॉर्म फिलअप कर खाइब कौटी खाइब आसब कि कि भुवनेश्वर जीव रही सांग को देखा कर घर को फेर ये सब काम को एंटायर कामटा को तुम स्मॉल स्मॉल पीस रे डिवाइड कर देन यू आर ट्राइंग टू डू वन बाय वन हाउ यू आर डिवाइडिंग बेस्ड ऑन द अचीवेबल पीसेस साइंटिफिकली you are logically you are dividing the work. That's why the first point says about develop a science for each element of work. जो मेन वर्क टाको तमे वो डिवाइड करछो then second point whoever doing the work you are making sure that person is trained, that person is having the required knowledge on that work. Suppose तमे तम काम भुवनेश्वर से एग्जांपल नवा तमें जो काम जाऊच भुवनेश्वर तमें निजे तमें जानी न केमिति जीव फॉर्म फिलअप केमिति करबा लेखि जानी न because you know the things you got the required training you are doing that suppose तमें जन को काम करौच you have to make sure that person is aware of what he is doing जेकोसी काम रे तार रिक्वायर्ड ट्रेनिंग दिया टीचिंग दिया साटिस्फैक्शन दिया तार एम्प्लॉय डेवलपमेंट दिया that is there in the second point. Scientifically select and train the people, teach the people and develop the people, develop the worker. That means you are making sure that person is well trained and very well educated for the work. Then third point is cooperation. Cooperation, what? Cooperation means you are helping each other. You help your friend is helping you while working. That means you are working on a group. You are cooperating each other. Suppose you are working something you don't know. Your supervisor is not helpful, not telling anything. That means you will not work. You are demotivated. But your supervisor is helping you and making sure you are eligible to do the work. Is giving all the required training. So that type of cooperation you expect and is required always. Third point is related to cooperation. Fourth principle is the work is allocated between the management and the workers properly. That means if a manager is not doing anything, manager is supposed to aware everything, supposed to know everything. Because you are working something, your supervisor, your manager who is giving the work, he doesn't know anything. And another case is, गोटे केस रे भाव तमे से किछि जानिनी, तुमको जे काम दउछि जे किछि जानिनी। आ गोटे केस रे भाव जे से सब जानिछि, he knows everything. Which is better? Who is aware of everything, who knows everything? That case is definitely better for you. Suppose you are stuck, तम द्वारा किछु होउनी कि किछु गोटे बुझा पड़ले, तुम ताको पचारि परियो, then that person who is giving you the work is answering your queries. He knows everything. Suppose you are helpless, you are not aware of anything, you are asking him and he is telling. And if he is aware of the work, he can give you proper direction, proper planning. So that tells in the fourth point. So the main work is divided properly within the manager and the worker, and management is well aware of everything. They should know all the work which they are better fitted than the worker. For example, तमे suddenly किसी गोटे काम करि परन, तम मैनेजर किछि जानिनी, then you are stuck there. But he is helping you, he is giving you the direction, he is telling you that go in that direction. So you will be definitely motivated and doing the work properly. So that is one important principle by Taylor. So these are the four principles. The first one I said regarding work breakdown. Second one is regarding training, teaching, and making sure the employee is eligible for the work. Third one is cooperation, helping each other, team spirit. Fourth one is knowledge and work division. So these are the four important principles given by Taylor under scientific management. बुझिपारल एटा?
Yes, sir.
And another extension given neoclassical approach. This is the behavioral approach. Neoclassical approach is an extension as improvement of classical approach, what we studied. When classical approach evolved and something is missing in the classical approach, then this came. That's what it written. The neoclassical approach was evolved over many years because it was found that classical approach did not achieve completely the efficiency. So classical approach has some shortcomings, kichi problem achi. Then this new things came up, which talks about a lot of psychological, behavioral aspect of the human being. That's I told. Whenever you are getting the work by people, you need to understand the people, you need to understand their psychology, you need to understand their attitude, what people want. So that tells in that approach. The business organization is a social system. I'm just reading the points which you read. Human factors is the most important element in the social system of modification over classical theories. It reveals the importance of social and psychological factor in determining workers' productivity and satisfaction. The behavior of an individual is dominated by the informal group of being a member. The aim of the management is to develop social and leadership skill in addition to technical skills. It must be done for the welfare of the workers. Morale and productivity go hand. This is something very much related to human behavior, human psychology. You have to study the human nature and you have to understand that person if you are getting the work by the person. It is not a small job. So we'll go through it in detail. This is the difference between classical and neoclassical. The key difference between classical and neoclassical theory is that the classical theory only considers the physical and economic needs to satisfy an employee, whereas the neoclassical theory not only consider the physical and economic needs but also consider needs like job satisfaction and career development. You see these two words, job satisfaction and career development. For these two things, you have to understand the person behavior. That is what I was telling. Job satisfaction means what? If you are not happy in an organization, you will definitely not work, right? So your job satisfaction is
Yes.
important. Wherever you are working, you should be happy. Then another thing is career development. Career development means knowledge wise and your qualification wise, you should grow it every day. Today you are whatever you are. So after 5 years, you should have a different person. And if you are joining the work, if you are working something in the company, in the organization, that person should plan about your career. So you should learn, you should grow on a everyday basis. That is career development. If you are not learning, if you are not acquiring knowledge, if you are not growing, then there is no point of working. ଏ ଦୁଇଟା ଜିନିଷ ମାନେ ନିଓ ଆପ୍ରୋଚରେ ଆସୁଛି ଜବ୍ ସାଟିସ୍ଫାକ୍ସନ୍ ଆଣ୍ଡ କ୍ୟାରିୟର ଡେଭଲପମେଣ୍ଟ କ୍ଲାସିକାଲ ଆପ୍ରୋଚ୍ ଆମେ ଯେଉଁ ପ୍ରିନ୍ସିପାଲ ପଢିଲେ that is the only difference. The scientific management is a thoughtful, organized, dual approach towards the job of management against heat, place, role and thought. A point ଆମେ ଦେଖିଥିଲେ ପଢିଥିଲେ. This is what I was telling, that management is not a rule, not a study, not a science where you can apply the rule, then you can achieve the work. So management is something, is an art. Classical approach, neoclassical approach are different out देखिबा. Then we'll take a break here, 5 minutes maybe. एक गोटे लिंक आमे यूज करिया, सेम लिंक रे तुम जॉइन करियो 5 मिनट पर. Okay,
Okay.
we'll take a break after 5 minutes, same link. Then we'll go another 1 or 2 slides. Okay, after 5 minutes.